hello, hello. Woo! We are live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. High Vibe Dog Mamas. How are you today? Today is day 2 of this amazing event that we're doing right now. I'm so excited to be here. So let's get to it. So today our topic at hand is how to nurture the canine soul. That's what's important. The deeper the bond that you can build with your pup, and ways to be able to do that is key to a strong bond. And there's so many different ways that we can do this. So what's important is how the care of your pup specifically. So holistic care and the benefits of that. So we're going to basically be going over that, and we're going to be discussing a well-rounded approach to living holistically with your pup and how to go about nurturing that canine soul holistically. All right. I'm so excited for this topic. This one is something that really resonates deeply with me, with my girl. This was something that I noticed a shift. The deeper I got and the more I was concerned about what her needs were. And I felt solid on what we were doing on a day-to-day basis. So what holistic care is looking at the whole situation, the whole pup, the whole environment, the whole everything, and going within instead of just putting a Band-Aid on the outside. Now that's holistically in your cleaning and being able to eliminate all of these things that you're using in your home that can cause problems, can cause health issues, can cause anxiety, respiratory issues. That's one. But it's also looking at the root of the situation. Why is your pup have allergies? Why are they anxious? Why are they chewing at their feet? I noticed and I tell you what, my vet saved my girl's life probably many times, and was very conscious of everything. And I worked with them. I didn't listen to them. I worked with them. And he was so helpful in looking for alternative solutions to living more holistically. So, and that is everything. So holistically is your environment. What type of an environment are you giving your pup? What type of an environment are you giving yourself? Is there chemicals? Is there toxins in the air? What are you cleaning with? What kind of food are you feeding them? And what kind of food are you eating and drinking? All of this plays a role in your ability to shift and raise your vibration and live on a higher plane. And in turn, your pup as well, because they're already there. They're already there. And unfortunately, because we don't know any better, we have a tendency to bring them down. We feed them poor food. We don't spend as much time with them as we need to. We're always giving them a pill for something. And there's lots of different options out there that you can use that can support your animal in a more holistic way. And that's what this entire week is about, is doing that. So, and living on a more holistic level, you're going to notice benefits on so many levels with your pup, but more so with yourself. What I found, I'm going to oil up while we're doing this because I didn't this morning. So we're going to do that again, holistic living. And so what that does is it just makes for a more well-rounded life with your pup. It's going to extend the life of your pup. I noticed that accelerated aging happens with poor digestion, poor food choices, all sorts of different things that we're going to go through this week. Their nails, for instance, is so important on being able to sustain and walk. They walk on all 4 feet. And so when their nails aren't trimmed, it makes a difference. And they start shifting how they move. And in turn, their bones start shifting, their feet, their everything starts shifting. And then it causes problems down the road, accelerated aging. And arthritis is another thing too. So let's go into it. We've given you all these things, but I want to just really go dig deep into it and explain a little bit more about holistic care and just having a well-rounded approach to your life, your home, your environment with your pup, how you raise them, the whole thing. All right, so let's get started. So and we're going to go through this step by step. So I've taken notes, so I'm going to put my glasses on here so that I can really go through this and give you the best possible. So we're going to first start talking about the benefits, and the benefits are this: living holistically. You're going to notice 3 main benefits, and then we're going to break those down as well. So you're going to notice a lot more in their physical health. You're going to notice a lot more in their mental well-being. And you're also going to notice a lot more in their emotional health and well-being. So holistic approach covers all 3. And then we're going to break that down even more. So let's get to it. So when it comes to holistic care, let's go into physical health first. So physical health is a couple things. 1, a balanced diet with more natural ingredients in the food that you're feeding. What's the manufacturer? Where do you buy it at? What's the number 1 ingredient in it? This is what's important. And also the right foods and supplements for your pup, because sometimes the food, just like for us, isn't as nutritious and they need a little extra. So it's knowing what type of supplements and also the quality of the supplement. So it's not only giving them the food and giving them the supplements, it's the quality in those ingredients. Now, I have a ebook that I'm going to put in the resources specifically for nutrition and food and what to look for in the ingredients. And also, here's something that I did from time to time. I have recipes in there on making your own food at home. So let's go over a few things. So the number 1 thing you want to focus on when it comes to the food that you're buying your pup is stay away from Purina, Pedigree, Alpo, any major big box brand. There is recall after recall after recall. And the ingredients they're not grass-fed. That's something else that's quite important. Grass-fed, free-range, wild-caught. These things are important in the type of protein. And protein needs to be the number 1 ingredient on the package. No grains, no fillers, no meal, no byproducts. All of that is just basically just anything they can find on the floor. One of it's just ground up into the kibble and cooked. The second one, it's ground up into a meal and then added back in as a filler. So it's a double. And when you cook at high temperatures for this dog food, it automatically gains this thing. It's called advanced glycolic ACGs. And what it is and it's in the ebook, it is a massive carcinogen, and it's automatically produced as it's prepared. So when you're buying these hard kibbles, if you're going to buy kibble, then you need to make sure that it's not flash cooked, like at really high temperatures, which most kibble are. You want it baked, slow cooked, so it actually retains the nutrients. And a couple different options are you can still do kibble, just make sure that it's baked and it has all the nutrients in it, and make sure all the vegetables are organic. And make sure that the protein source is wild caught, grass fed, pasture raised, stuff like that. So that's number 1. Then there's also air dried, freeze dried, and raw. Those are basically the main differences. And then you also want to look for that in the treats also. I found an amazing hack on this is using air-dried food, tiny little pieces, as treats. There's nothing in it. And it's going to last you a lot longer and be more cost effective. Because again, treats, like for us, sweets, are filled full of stuff that they shouldn't have. No matter what, there's extra stuff in there. So just wipe it out. They'll love it more and you'll save money. And so that's important. And the same thing with the supplements. Make sure that you are very conscious of where you're buying them. What are they for? How do they source the ingredients? I mean, this goes all the way back. So many times it's been proven that most of the companies out there do not have any sort of, there's no restrictions, there's no laws to know what's in them. So sometimes they don't even know what's in the bottles, that they're not even actually in there. So be very conscious of where you're buying your supplements from. The next thing is, so it's the food and the treats, and then you also want to concentrate on exercise. That is very important. So daily exercise, as you know, so a good nutrition and good exercise on a day-to-day basis. That is taking care of the physical health. Now let's go over the mental health. So the mental health is constant mental stimulation. And that are games and puzzles and just constantly looking at things to interact with your pup and finding interesting things that's going to keep their brain active. Lots of training on an ongoing basis. They love it, but short spurts, 5 minutes max. Okay? So that is, that's important. And so that is the first thing that's important. And so the mental stimulation, activities, sharp mind puzzles, and everything that the animals can actually really enjoy. And this also is a very safe space for their play also. And then you want stress reduction. So you want to keep the stress way down. So look for ways to reduce stress. There are numerous ways. You can, I use essential oils to help calm the animal down if they are anxious. And I also make sure that the environment has a peaceful, calming feeling. If you give me 2 seconds, I need 15 to 20 minutes. And so I apologize. I set this aside and now there's people at the door. It just goes and goes. So anyway, we're going to get back to this. I apologize. So so we want to reduce the stress. Now here's a technique, and I'm going to go into this a little bit more. You'll learn a little bit more about it later. But have you thought about meditating with your pup? Yes, I say that. You will be amazed at how meditation will do so much for your heart, but it will also do for their heart as well. And that bond between the two of you, oh my gosh, you will grow it so much to just sit with them and pet them. Thule and I, when she would lay next to me and she'd put her paw on my leg and we would meditate together. And the feelings with that I can't even put words to it. It's so emotional. But when you start doing it, and anything, just sitting there with calm music is something you can do. Massaging your pup, the paws and their body, that will calm them down and bring a lot of stress reduction for both of you. So keep that in mind. And then which we're going to go segue into number 3, which is emotional health, because the calming and the meditation is also going to build that bonding with the two of you, like I said. So lots of activities for bonding is number 1 for their emotional health. And so hikes, road trips, fun adventures. I would even play games in the house. I would make her sit. This is a good one. And I have an email that it's going to go out, I think, later this week on this specific one. It's called Hide and Seek, Find the Treat. She'd sit. So the dog sits. Then you go around the house and you put treats around all over the whole house. Make her sit. And then when you're done hiding them slightly, then you come back and you actually let them go. And they will go around the house and they will look for those treats. It is so fun to watch. It's so fun to watch. That is a wonderful game that's going to bring about bonding between the two of you. It's going to give them a lot of mind activity, and it's just going to be fun, fun, fun. So lots and lots of quality time and lots of love and cuddles. And always tell them how amazing they are. I used to always tell Thule how beautiful she was. You do too. I know you do. How much you love them, how important they are, and all the wonderful things that they do. Constantly say that and reaffirm that on an ongoing basis, because they understand all of that and more and more. And also, the more that you can do this, what that will do is that will, as I said, strengthen that bond and that connection, the two of you. But what it will also do is, number two in this, is it will help you understand their behavior and what they're doing. So their movements, are they nervous? Are they calm? Are they confident? The more you can strengthen and grow that bond, you're going to be able to understand their behavior so much more, which again, will even more so, the more you can understand the messages that they're giving you, the easier it's going to be for you to do whatever they need, and they will trust you more in the process. They will trust you more. And so these things are so important. So it's just being conscious of, like, I have this, so I'll find this and I will drop this in the feed as well. There's I have a couple, I've just put a reel out for this on how they wag their tail can make a lot of determination on, what's going on inside them. So I will look for these to be able to drop in the feed so that you have them. But just being conscious of all of these things will increase your bond and will increase your understanding and your confidence, knowing that you're doing the right thing. Living holistically, staying away from toxic products, being very conscious of the food sources that you're feeding them, how you're spending time with them, how you're training them and playing with them, and being conscious and being able to understand what's going on inside them. The more you can do this, you will grow to levels with your pup that you never knew existed. The confidence that you will find inside your soul, and the pride that you get from knowing what you're feeding them, knowing that they're in a safe environment, knowing the toys, watching them around other people because they're so confident. All of that plays a key role, and it improves your life just as much as it improves their life. So I want to go over these 6 things again. So nurturing the canine soul, and 3 main benefits of living a holistic lifestyle is physical health, is mental health, and is emotional health and well-being. Those are the 3 main things. And then the 6 different ways that you can live more holistically with your pup are nutrition, exercise, mental stimulation, stress reduction, so important for everybody, bonding activities, and understanding their behaviors. When you can master all of this And there's all these different pieces. But the more you focus on it, the more you'll be able to master it. And then it's going to be a breeze. It took some time to figure it out for me. I hired somebody to train me so that I could train her. And when she transitioned, it still gets me. She was extraordinary. We could walk out on the street without a leash, and she was non-reactive to dogs going ballistic, like rah, 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 and everything. Non-reactive. She just stuck with me, and she always would look for my cues. Your dog would do that as well. The more you can work with them this way, the more they will respect you, and the more they will trust you. And that's what you want. Because I know without a shadow of a doubt, you want to give your pup the best possible life ever. And High Vibe Dog is exactly that. And I'm so excited to be here to do this event with you. And we're going to learn and we're going to grow together. And feel free to ask me any questions. Leave them in the comments of this video. And let's figure out what your needs are for this group and what you want support around. And I will reach out to you and we will figure it out, because when you can do this and feel confident, sky's the limit. The sky's the limits. And you will be surprised at how much more of a joy that you will find just being able to. I used to rush home. You'll rush home to spend time with your pup. So every little thing will be a joy. And that's what it's all about. So I encourage you to try one of these practices that I've talked about, one of the games, or one of these things, and post in the comments what you're going to try today. And if you have any questions, let me know. So with that said, I'm going to bid you adieu, and I will see you tomorrow for yet another topic. Tomorrow, we're talking specifically about non-toxic living, how to swap out the toxic products in your home, know what they are, and what to look for in the ingredients, and how to swap those out for cleaner, greener products that's actually uplifting for you and your pup, and also it's an immune booster, and it gives the environment such a peaceful, serene energy. And that's what's awesome too. And that's tomorrow. So until then, I will see you tomorrow, but have a beautiful day. And remember to always create something magnificent. Mwah. I will see you on tomorrow's live. Bye-bye. Have a beautiful day.